Derek, the nighttime gardener. I'll give you a little update on how my garden's doing. And first of all, I want you to see the chairs. Some may say it's a sad life to have chairs, outdoor chairs, surrounding your garden. But we enjoy the small things here. Pick up that knife. Alright, let's start with our little planter. This is my little springtime planter. Kohlrabi, celery, mustard greens, and a ground cherry. And apparently I need to move the ground cherry or the kohlrabi because they don't grow good next to each other. So I gotta figure out something to do there. The kohlrabi looks a little rough, but the lady at Co-op gave me these plants because they were really out of time. It's getting summertime and they don't usually grow very well. I'm gonna try an umbrella, see if I can knock down the sun a little bit and see if it helps. I don't know. We'll try. See what happens. Here's one of my little tomato plants that I pulled up because it wasn't doing very well. You can see that is a big beef, but it's got a few little weeds here. I don't know. I don't know that it's doing much better, but I don't know, it's just soft heart nature of me. I hate to see something die, so I planted it in this little planter, hoping to save it. Here's my little raised bed. Got lemon balm. 2 little tomato plants my neighbor Johnny gave me. They're little yellow cherry tomatoes. Got some pineapple, sage, some Brussels sprouts, another little ground cherry, and some kale all the way down through here, and then a couple little pepper plants right there, and a couple of them. Oh, here's the garden itself. A couple of tomato plants that I don't know how they got there. Some onion up on the outskirts. Got some yellow corn down through here sporadically. So got some crookneck squash. It's getting a pretty good size. Some more corn. Should have, if this works right, should have plenty of squash. Only bad thing is I keep running these dadgum squash bugs. They're not affecting my crookneck squash as bad, but they are getting onto my. There, I'll show you all. Look at that little cucumber bug. Oh, he took off. There's a female plant, some male plants. I got a dill. These are carrots. Sorry. Planted here. I need to thin them here pretty soon. I kind of did a modified Three Sisters method. You notice I have my corn. The corn's a little small on this side for some reason. It's bigger over here. You notice I did my squash and my corn. I'll show you here in a second. Well, here's one of the peas. They have beans also, which is what they call the Three Sisters. beans, squash, and corn all grow together. They're supposed to help one another. We'll see how that does. Some more yellow squash. Here's some spaghetti squash. I really keep finding the squash bugs on this. We'll get back to this, but let's show you now. There's some beans. It's hard to see. A little bean plant. Some more yellow squash on this side. Here's some tomatoes. So Biltmore, Lemon Boy, Jetstar, Mr. Stripely. I just sprayed these with aspirin water solution. Wow. If y'all could see what this one looked like yesterday, you'd know why I said wow. It was tiny. It's a black cherry. It just blows my mind how... I bet this is one up half a foot in one day. It's amazing. I don't know if that's because of the aspirin water, the salicylic acid, they call it. It's a celebrity. I'm not sure what this one is. That's a chocolate cherry. Another chocolate cherry. There's some bee balm. Lettuce. My okra. Okra goes all the way down. Spinach. I waited a little late to plant a lot of that. Here's some more of my kale. I'll have to thin that here pretty soon. Here is cantaloupe. I got 2 cantaloupe plants. I'm gonna put some stakes in up here on this trellis. Little bitty pepper plant. Another one. My watermelon. Another big old watermelon plant. I'll add 2 of these trellises before I get done. If I do what I'm trying to do, they'll be about 7 foot tall. So they'll arch over this way. Hopefully I can walk down through this area to pick my watermelon. Most of it anyway. Got some sweet peppers. And those I showed you were just planted. Some banana peppers. Another view of the squash. I mean the corn. And there you see that little bean on my squash, my corn. There's some more. There's a bean. There's a bean. I hope this works right, but I got a little bit of white stuff here. I'm not sure if it's powdery mildew they call it, or something else. If you know what it is, tell me in the comments so I can fix it. Thank you. This is zucchini. That's spaghetti squash, both of them. I don't see it on the spaghetti squash, but I do see it on the zucchini. There is sweet potatoes. Here. Purple basil. Got some rosemary, broccoli, cucumbers. It's so much more peaceful at night to look at your garden. Some people probably think I'm crazy. My neighbors probably, I'm in an urban area. I probably look out the window if they're up and think, what is this crazy fool doing? But it's so cool right now. It feels so good out here. It's easier for me to just be calm and talk to you about what's going on. Some more cucumbers. A couple more little squash plants. Another basil. Some more broccoli. Purple basil up the middle. Mostly, I've said this in another video, I mostly plant the basil to help insect control. It's supposed to be very good with that. We'll see. New to me doing this. That okra is a little stunning. Nothing's very stunning. There's some sunflower. Down through this outer edge, I have some marigold and elysium. They haven't come up great. There's a little bit of sign of them coming up. I'll show you here in just a second. Here's my lemon cucumbers. I haven't planted these before. I hope they come up good. From what I hear, they're very tasty. Look at those. See the little cucumber bugs. They're the enemy. I hate killing them, but you gotta get rid of them. They're all over. That's what's making these holes, I think. Good Lord, they're everywhere. But that's a sign of a healthy plant. Look at them. My goodness, this is war. I'm going to war. I will defeat y'all. Some more little cucumbers. That was the first cucumber I planted in this garden. It ain't doing good, but I mean, it looks healthy, but it's just not growing. I'm still gonna fight and see what it does. I love eating my garden vegetables, but as much as more than eating it, I enjoy just watching it grow. When you have a little one like that, I just like the part of trying to help it survive. That may be silly to some, but to me, that's what makes gardening so great. Is just the life and death of these plants. Really teaches you a lot about life if you pay attention. Down through here, I get some white corn. This whole fourth row is white corn. Some Brussels sprouts. They're actually doing way better than they were. Look at there. Look at there. Look at there. You see that? Cucumber bugs. Oh. God, I hate killing these little fellas, but we can't let them live. They just tear up my plants. This is a cupcake squash, they call it. And I have been finding a bunch of squash bug, we call them squash bug eggs on them. My eggplant, something has really ate my eggplants. It's the first time I've ever grown them. I'm trying to watch videos and learn what they learn about them, but I don't know if that was just the way they were from the beginning, but they do not look great. This one especially. Look at all those holes. Please, if anybody knows, tell me what I need to do if it's possible to save them. Brussels sprouts, pumpkin, and this is supposed to be the best of the corn. This is the peaches and cream. We'll see. I hope so. Here is this is cabbage. It's late to be planting cabbage, but I'm trying it. Over here was Brussels sprout. I mean, not Brussels, cauliflower. There's one nice one. Of course, I bought it by plant. These were all seeds. I waited too late to plant them, but I'm going to try. Have catnip here. I don't know why I planted catnip in the middle of my garden, just to draw cats in. But hopefully they won't bother them too bad, and if they do, maybe they'll run off the rabbits and stuff that would ruin stuff. It was beets. They didn't do too good. I waited too late. I had a whole row of radishes here that come up. We've done harvest, so they've done so good. I planted more seeds, so that's all radishes you see coming up. I just planted those like 3 or 4 days ago. That's how quick. Maybe 5 at the most. If you love eating stuff and you have a planter, you live in the city and you don't have much space, radishes is your way to go. You can just keep planting them and they keep growing. They grow from seed to harvest in like 14 days, I think it is. And the radishes are good. And not only can you can eat every part of the radish. You can eat the root, which is the radish itself. You can eat the greens. The greens taste better than spinach to me. So, I mean, if you're looking for something to grow in the city, in an apartment area where you have maybe a little patio area, I highly recommend including radishes. Here we got my salsa area. This is what I call my amen corner. We got some ghost peppers, some more okra. And over there is I can't remember. I have to look at that when I get over there. I got habaneros. Got some parsley. Got some peppers called a Mad Hatter. Poblanos. I'm not sure on that one. Poblano and Poblano. It's a jalapeno. Oh, that one's a cayenne. That's right. Yellow cayenne. I've grew cayennes all my life. Never grew a yellow one. This is another ground cherry. Got a little small tomato plant. That was a sucker I pulled off of another tomato plant. I'm trying to help it grow. There's some peppers. Here's some bee balm. It's in the mint family. Sunflowers. Down through here, here's some deal. Down through here is where I'm trying to grow my marigold and my lycium. I hope they come up because they draw bees and pollinators into your garden. And without pollinators, no matter how much seeds you plant, your squash and cucumbers will not do any good because you got to have bees and stuff to pollinate them. Here is my sweet potatoes and the other side of my corn. The little beans beside the corn plants. Some of them just aren't coming up. The corn plants aren't coming up as good as others. I'll have to work on that. Another one of those freaking cucumber bugs. And another one. This is another reason I like nighttime gardening. You catch a lot of these little bugs. See? See that one right there? See, well, he flew off. He thinks he's slick, but I caught him. There's another one. See, they're everywhere. Something I'll have to start looking here in this next month is these tomatoes. Thanks to Roots and Refuge on YouTube. If you haven't watched their channel, they're great. I will have to bring a black light out here. I learned this from them. And start looking for the tomato worms or hornworms. They're really a caterpillar. They're big old green caterpillar with a horn on them. I've seen them before. Didn't know that's what they were called. And that's what I'll use to... Black light will show... They show up under the black light. Well, I'm about to go in and get me another glass of wine. And enjoy my night before I go to bed. But I hope y'all have enjoyed a walk through my garden. And this is Derek, the nighttime gardener. And as I say, be good to your garden, and it'll be good to you. Good night.